Previously on Masterchef Australia.
Welcome to the Murray region.
It was a massive top 5 road trip.
Wow.
Where the ultimate destination was immunity.
You're going to find out why it's known as Victoria's football.
The best local produce.
I want my hands on it.
And epic locations.
This is incredible.
Inspired astonishing dishes.
Mental. It is absolutely perfect. It's so delicious.
It was unbelievable.
Then,
This whole road trip, it's all been leading up to this.
the final immunity cook came down to Brent, Declan and Theo.
I'm not going to let these Wallies win.
Wow, wow, wow. What a meal.
Declan, you are the first contestant into finals week of Masterchef 2023.
Tonight, who will survive a 2-round elimination
I've got a lot more in the tank. I feel like I can go all the way.
and make it to finals week?
Back
On home turf.
Yeah.
What a week, hey?
I know. Wonder what we're going to do today.
Like apron day.
We've got Theo, Kath, Ree and myself in the all-in elimination. And whoever survived today goes into finals week. I'm hungry for it, so that's even more important to bring your A game, cook a cracking dish and be safe.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
As you can see, there aren't many of you left. After a fabulous week away cruising around regional Victoria, it all comes down to this. Here we are, right on the doorstep of an incredible milestone in this competition. If you survive today, you'll cross the threshold and be one of the few contestants who make it into finals week. Brent, did you think you were going to make it to finals week?
But yeah, I had it as a goal, but yeah, I just took it cook by cook, and all of a sudden, I'm only one cook away from it.
Getting into finals week, mate. Alfie's going to be super proud, buddy.
He will.
Kath, do you realise you're closer to that moment right now than ever before?
Oh, it's amazing. So I've had a run this morning. Tell you what, here comes Kath.
Oh, love it.
Here comes Kath. Look out!
That's it. Yep. Yep.
It's great to see all of you in a place where you have confidence. You're carrying confidence into this cook. You're going to need it as well. This is the pointy end of the competition. Our expectations are pretty high.
He's proud.
Proud dad.
Today's elimination challenge is a tournament of epic proportions. The ultimate championship. In a moment, you'll all be battling it out in 2 separate head-to-head duels. Win your duel, you'll be in finals week. Lose it, and you'll be cooking in round 2 for the final spot. So, the first thing we need to work out is who you're up against in this round. Take a token out of this bag, choose your fate. Silver token for Brent, gold token for Kath, gold token for Theo, which means you don't really need to hold it.
There you go.
Okay, hold up your tokens, please. All right, we have Brent and Rhiannon on silver. Stand in front of the silver cloche, please.
Hey, buddy.
That means Kath and Theo You have the gold cloche. Theo going up against Kath. You heard Kath before, she's here to play. She means business. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'm shaking in my boots right now.
Rhiannon taking on the big man. Are you shaking in your boots?
Nah. No. I'm not giving it away lightly. I'm going to fight for this and I'm going to get into finals week straight up. Sorry, mate. Sorry, not sorry.
Rightio. You're clearly curious about what's under these cloches. As you should be. Because whatever's under here, you'll need to feature in your dishes, in your jewel. Righto, Brent, Rhiannon. The ingredient that you need to feature is... one of my favourites, anchovies.
Oh, yeah. Love anchovies.
Happy days for you too.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What a gift.
Yeah, that's a gift.
Righto, Kath and Theo. The ingredient that you need to feature is... Dijon mustard.
Oh.
Theo?
Whoa.
Any thoughts on Dijon?
I love Dijon mustard, so making that the prominent flavour, though, might be a bit interesting. But, yeah, I'm excited to give it a go.
Yeah.
You all have 75 minutes to bring us a dish that features your ingredient. The pantry and the garden are both open. All you need to do to guarantee your spot in finals week is bring us a better dish than the person standing next to you. Good luck. Your time starts now.
The regional Victoria trip was incredible.
All right.
But I am happy to be back in the Masterchef kitchen. I feel comfortable here. I feel like it's home now, so I'm ready to rock. One cook away from finals week, you know, I've got a lot more in the tank. I feel like I can go all the way, so I'm excited to cook today. Straight away, when I see the Dijon mustard, I think 2 mustard sauce. I've made this sauce before.
Let's go, Theo.
Goes really well with any protein, really, but I'm thinking of fish. Ooh, so nicely presented. Look at that. The inspiration is from my time spent in France. I've had iterations of this dish in a lot of restaurants. Oh, yum.
Smells good, Theo?
Yeah, it's good.
Yum.
Really good, actually. I love these flavours. It's kind of like a balance of whole grain mustard and a Dijon mustard, but it's also like a, you know, kind of a velouté sauce. And I just love that sort of texture and that flavour going with any sort of protein. I haven't cooked much fish in this kitchen at all, to be honest. But I love fish, white flesh fish. I've got a kingfish. It's like subtle in flavour because I want that mustard sauce to be the star.
Nice, Theo. Take your time.
Yeah.
Right in the start, in one of the Jamie Oliver challenges, we had Dijon mustard. So, and I actually did a dessert dish back then. So I thought, look, why not then go savoury this time? Okay. And I'm going to get into finals week with a fish dish. Just going to do this beautiful fish, beautiful trout, with, you know, potato and fennel salad underneath, basted with, you know, a Dijon glaze with a nice, lovely dressing. So very simple. It's going to be beautiful on the plate. Theo's going to be a really tough opponent today. He's very good in stressful situations. We are both doing fish, can you believe it, in this challenge. But if I have, you know, a clear idea and make sure I get that Dijon mustard balance right, I can knock Theo off for sure. So I'm pin boning the fish and it is taking a long time, but I'm being super careful of it. They're very fine, the bones, and I definitely don't want the judges getting one today. I bloody love anchovies. Like, honestly, I love anchovies. Literally at home, make beautiful pizza bases on stones and I will literally only have anchovies as the topping. There's no beautiful, like, wood-fired oven for me, so I'm not going to be able to make pizza. But first thing I think is chicken. I love chicken with crispy skin and things stuffed under it, you know? So I'm thinking, what about if I just stuff some anchovies under the skin?
with a beautiful curry broth with an apple crispy anchovy salad. But I've got just the good old humble chalk. I look across, Brent's got bloody lobster.
Today I'm doing a lobster pipi pasta. Beautiful, like really punchy lobster bisque with anchovies. There's going to be a bit of anchovy crumb or pangrattato on top. Super crunchy, salty. And I'm up against Ree. So the big flavour hitters. Yeah, hopefully the lobster prevails and beats the chicken.
I love anchovies. You can just eat them straight out of the can. They're delicious. They're, you know, packed full of flavour. They're salty, they're briny. They're great in pasta. But yeah, I do not know why I've chosen to do pasta at this time of the competition.
This tableau.
I haven't done it all year. I'm just, you know, thinking, where have I eaten anchovies before? And it's been in a pasta, so hopefully I should go all right today.
Theo!
Hello.
Hey, Theo.
How are we?
Not bad. Nice little taster.
Yeah,
Huh?
so that's my dish.
Yeah, nice.
You like
Well
it?
done. You featured mustard, but you did nothing with it. What are you doing?
What's the dish?
A pan-fried kingfish fillet with a 2 mustard sauce. Very simple.
Yeah?
But yeah, it's all in this sauce. Yeah, really classic French flavours.
Why are you using 2 mustards?
That's 100% the sauce that I know. It's like, it's Dijon and seeded mustard.
All we'll say is this jar of gold is your feature ingredient. It needs to be crowning glory kind of stuff.
If I don't feature Dijon mustard today, then I have missed the brief. Maybe the Dijon is going to get lost in this 2 mustard sauce with that whole grain mustard. I was feeling confident about this dish, but yeah, I'm stumped now.
All we'll say is this jar of gold is your feature ingredient. It needs to be crowning glory.
If I don't feature Dijon mustard today, then I have missed the brief. Maybe the Dijon is going to get lost in this sauce with that whole grain mustard. I was feeling confident about this dish, but yeah, I'm stumped now. Maybe it's a single mustard sauce.
Maybe.
You need to make this the best it can be.
Yep.
Okay.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you, guys. I'm getting rid of that whole grain mustard. But in my head, I'm thinking, is that Dijon mustard sauce going to be enough? It's a super strong flavour. I need to think about how I can feature it without it being one-dimensional. And I'm up against Kath. She can pull anything out of the bag. I've got to think of a way to elevate this sauce. Think about it hard.
45 minutes to go, guys. Come on.
Go!
Pick it up.
Okay, sweetie, let's go.
Hi, Kat.
G'day, Kath.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
It's good.
Mustard?
Yes,
Trout?
mustard.
What's the dish?
I'm doing trout today.
Yep.
With a potato and fennel underneath it.
Okay.
Then it's going to have a dressing with a Dijon, and I'm going to base this also with Dijon mustard. So
Lots of delicious flavours, and they all work really harmoniously. I think we can all agree on that.
Yep.
This does need to be featured.
Yes, yes.
How are you justifying that today?
So it's going to be everywhere.
I don't think you're going to get the outcome that you're looking for with basting it in oil and Dijon. I think the flavour of the Dijon is just going to get sucked out of it.
What Andy's trying to say is think it through.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah, got a bit
Good luck,
of
Kath.
time, so thank you. Cheers, thanks. So the judges have got concerns. I've got to really make sure that the Dijon mustard flavour is there. I have to hit that brief today. So if I can get the balance right in my dressing, make sure that that Dijon mustard is front and centre. It may be my dish that wins this round. Let's just make sure that we're happy with this.
I'm up against lobster. Little chook's up against lobster, and I'm thinking this is going to have to be the best bloody chook I've ever cooked in my life. There is anchovies under the chicken skin. There's anchovies in the broth. There's deep fried anchovies. So yes, I know it's featured, but it also has to work. My style is about getting punchy flavours and getting that balance. So I'm thinking I'll do a beautiful fresh salsa and it is going to go with the chicken because I need that fresh element anyway. I was going to do an apple salad. Now it's going to be a beautiful herby sort of anchovy salsa. All my elements have anchovies in them, but the one that I'm worried about the most is this curry broth. It is so strong in all the other flavours that I'm worried that the anchovy's not shining through. And it gets to the point in the cook where you've tasted it that many times, you can't even tell. Is there anchovy? I don't know. Does that? Yeah, it's kind of like my mind's playing tricks right now. So I'm going to have to balance this broth because I don't want to go in a round two.
Slowly going to cook the lobster tails over the hibachi, really gentle heat, and they're just lathered in that salty anchovy butter. I've just finished making my pasta dough, but I don't have time to let the dough dry. I've just got to get it on to cook, so I'm now rushing. But I need to get this dish finished, otherwise I'm not even going to have a dish up.
Bring us something worthy to be in finals week. You got 15 minutes to go.
Come on, step it up.
Nice, bro. Perfectly cooked fish.
I'm just cooking my fish now, having a look, looking good. Scrap the whole grain mustard because that's the brief today. So I'm going to go with just Old Mate Dijon. But I'm still trying to think how I can elevate the dish. And then it hits me. I'm going to do some dill oil. Dill goes really well with fish, we all know that, but a really nice bright dill oil is going to add that element of freshness and flavour, but it also adds like a really nice look, you know, that beautiful green dill oil dotted around the outside of this fish is going to look fantastic. Yeah, I mean, Kath had some fighting words just before, so she's in it to win it, as she should be, and so am I, so I'm going to put up the best dish.
I can smell that from up here.
Smells good, eh?
It's all coming up. Come on, mate, let's go. Bring it home.
I've basted the trout. The glaze is primarily Dijon mustard. And now they're very small, delicate fillets, so they don't need to be cooked very long in the oven. And Dijon mustard is at the forefront of my salad dressing, which is nicely balanced. So hopefully I fit the brief today.
5 minutes to go!
I'm just frantic at the moment. I'm literally feeling like a fish flapping around outside of water. I'm now finishing my sauce. My pasta is done. I'm frying anchovies to go on top. This cook has been a mad rush, but hopefully the judges like it and that I hit the brief.
2 minutes to go, come on.
This chook is cooked perfectly. The skin's nice and crispy and it's got a beautiful char to it. And that curry broth tastes balanced. And this anchovy salsa is a winner. And it is beautiful. There's a lot going on in this dish. I used about 8 tins of anchovies. So if that is not featured, I don't know what is.
1 minute, crew.
Well done.
Goes so fast.
Oh man, does it ever?
I'm happy with the cook on the fish and this sauce. It's got that good punch of Dijon, it's balanced, and then that dill oil is just going to really lift this dish to where it needs to be. So hopefully that will keep me out of round 2.
Come on. I had quite a good idea about how I would present the fish. I would have the salad underneath with the fish on top. I've quickly blanched a couple of asparagus spears to have that right on top, just for that little bit of green, a little bit more freshness to the dish. Oh, I want to present a beautiful dish today, packed with beautiful flavours, featuring that Dijon mustard. I think I have balanced that Dijon mustard, but has Theo done a better job?
Here it is.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I'm just really proud of myself.
Oh my God, if I beat Brent, I'm in freaking finals week. You have no idea how crazy that would be to me. Like, it is like quite literally, it would be like the biggest dream come true of my whole life.
In round one, you had to cook a better dish than the person standing next to you to avoid round two. The first jewel that we're going to taste is the Dijon jewel, and the first dish that we'd like to taste belongs to Kath. Kath, what have you made us?
So I've made a Dijon glazed trout with a potato and fennel salad, which has a Dijon dressing.
Kath, I'm really proud of you because watching you progress through the competition and watching the way that you're plating, this was really elegant in the way that you strive to present something with a little bit more finesse. I really appreciate that. It was a good plate of food, but it does require just that little bit of the fine-tuning in terms of balance.
Yep.
Kath, the trout was cooked nice. The sauce, overloading it with dill, I would have pulled back on the dill, so the Dijon really does shine. It's a good dish, so we'll see what happens.
I thought the fish was cooked beautifully. No bones, really great. I love that you took care to glaze it all the way around. Really good job. My issue is, between the dill and the fennel, you have a very, very aniseedy note that just overpowers the Dijon mustard. And so while it is a nice dish, and while the fish is cooked beautifully, I feel as if you've just missed out in the brief.
Okay.
Thanks, Kath.
All right, thanks, guys. Thanks. All good, Fred. It was beautiful. Yeah.
The next dish we'd like to taste belongs to Theo.
Hello.
G'day.
What have you made us today?
I have made pan-seared kingfish with Dijon sauce and then a little bit of dill oil.
Thank you.
Theo, great concept for the challenge.
Yeah.
I think you hit the brief out of the park. The overwhelming flavour is Dijon mustard.
Yeah.
So I've got to commend you for that, mate.
Theo, very nice, mate. Very nice. The cooking of fish is good. Your dill oil, great work on that. It's fantastic. Beautifully bright in colour and in flavour. I think the concept of the dish was great.
I think you've done rather well. I think the sauce work was really, really good. And then you've elevated it by adding that little bit of oil just to, A, give a beautiful visual cue and contrast, but also to just support and enhance the mustard. So I think you've done very, very well.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Thanks.
Well done, buddy.
Thanks.
OK, over to the anchovy battle, and the first dish we'd like to taste belongs to you, Rhiannon. OK, Rhiannon, what's the dish?
It's grilled chicken with anchovy salsa.
Nice.
Rhiannon, you came in here all guns blazing today, and I love that because usually it means brilliant food, and it is full of flavour. I loved the anchovy stuffing under the skin over the hibachi. It gave it beautiful smokiness, beautiful kind of bacony, savoury richness that adds to the chicken skin. Instant seasoning. Happy days.
That anchovy salsa,
Yeah.
you've kept them in their freshest state, and that's when anchovies at a high quality are their best.
100%. Thank you.
Thanks, Rhiannon.
The next anchovy dish we'd like to test belongs to Brent.
I had such a frantic cook, and I don't know why I decided to make a pasta at this stage of the competition, but hopefully the judges like it.
What have you made us, mate?
I've made you lobster and anchovy pasta.
Brent, the pasta, hasn't been dried, so it's more on the sort of soft noodle side than it is pasta. Therefore, it can never be al dente. Other than the 2 pieces of fried anchovy on mine, if it hadn't have been for that, I wouldn't have tasted it.
Yeah.
We all are bad cooks, like bad dishes. This is definitely one of yours, man.
Brent, you and anchovies, it should have been a match made in heaven because you get them, you love them, we all love them. And, I mean, the lobster is nicely cooked, but the pasta isn't really pasta. This was not your finest moment, and that may cost you.
Brent, mate, none of the elements are really executed that well, apart from the cook on the lobster. Cook the food that you are good at. This isn't your food. Have you cooked a pasta dish in this kitchen? No. It's strange to bring it out in the biggest cook. Yeah, so cook your food. Your food is dynamite.
Yeah.
You are dynamite.
Thanks.
I'm pretty gutted, to be honest. It's just not my kind of cooking, and it's just not cooking I should be doing at this time of the competition. So I know I'm definitely in round 2.
All you had to do today was produce a better dish than your opponent. The 2 of you to do that made the top 4 of MasterChef 2023. Just let that sink in.
Let's start with the Dijon duel. Theo, Dijon dominated your plate. And Kath, the dish was more dill than Dijon. You missed the brief. Because of that, Theo, you're joining Declan in the top 4.
Now, the anchovy duel. Rhiannon, that anchovy salsa was beautiful. Brent, your dish had issues. The biggest of which was the pasta. For that reason, Brent, you're headed into round 2. Which means, Rhiannon, congratulations. You're in the top 4. Theo, Rhiannon, congratulations. Get your aprons off and join Declan on the gantry. Well done.
You're good, you're good. All right, buddy. It's us. Yeah.
Deep down, I'm pretty gutted. I'm cooking for survival up against Kath. She's a strong cook, and yeah, it's going to be a big challenge.
Kath, Brent, this is your last chance. Only one of you will make it to finals week. For the other, It's the end of the road. All throughout this competition, you've been accumulating knowledge, elevating your skills on your way to becoming a MasterChef. And with those skills, your dishes have become next level good. But today, we want you to bring us your best dish of the competition so far. There's no rules, no restrictions. We have pushed everything else to the side so that you have every opportunity to step up and take your dish to the next level.
Finals week, it is a special time. And only the best dish in this round will get you there. Pantry's open, garden is open, everything is at your disposal. You'll have 75 minutes to cook anything you want. I don't need to tell you what's at stake here. Don't let the dream end here. Game face is on you too. Good luck. Your 75 minutes starts now.
I'm putting my round one cook behind me. I'm up against Brent. It's going to be a really big challenge, but I'm just going to give it everything I've got. The judges want us to show where we've come from in the competition and why we deserve to go into the finals week. So I immediately think about a dessert that I've been forming in my mind, and I've actually talked to my daughter about it. I can't reach it.
What do you want?
No, Davidson plum, yeah, and wattle seed. I've really been exploring using Australian native ingredients, and I just really want to use the skills I've learned in the dish today. So I'm going to be making a wattle seed shortbread with a chocolate parfait, a Davidson plum sauce with some vanilla Dippin' Dots.
Bloody oath.
I've got the whole bench. I have not made this dish before, so am I taking a risk on this? Yes, I am. I've got this. I'm not giving up. I'm not going down without a fight, I tell you. This is for my beautiful girls. This dish is all about my girls today. I remember our girls, they must have been, 8 and 10 years old. And I remember going into the city. There was a stall there with these Dippin' Dots, and the girls just loved them. I've been probably more homesick than what I thought I would be. But this has been just a beautiful rite of passage for me to just rediscover myself, rediscover who Kath is, and rediscover, what my dream is. So thinking about them just motivates me to keep going. I am just going to fight so hard.
Nice, Kath.
Well, round two. What a cracker. We actually have two fierce competitors in this competition.
Brent knows how to create big, bold flavour. He's great with cooking savouries, proteins over fire. We love to see that. And lots of aromats. And then, of course, Kath, we've seen some really great sweet dishes from her, and I do see the hallmarks of desserts going on there.
I think at the end of the day, 75 minutes is a good amount of time, right? So it should be enough to refine the dish a little bit as well, and that's what I'm going to be looking for today.
Simplicity, sticking to what you're good at, playing to your strengths. That's all you need to complete a tasty dish.
No limits, no excuses.
Yeah, look, I'm not feeling the greatest. Anything I do in life, I try to make sure everything is the best I can do. So when I take up dishes to the judges, that is not my best. I'm pretty filthy with myself, especially at this point of the competition.
The last round wasn't probably the worst cook I've ever done, but I've decided that I'm going to stick to the flavours I love, and I'm just going to get into this cook.
Brent, bit of a hiccup this morning.
Yeah.
Talk to me about what the dish
Yeah,
is.
so I'm doing chicken adobo, but sort of my sort of style, my take on it. It's going to be cooked over the fire, like I love to do. It's going to be on a skewer, which is like my little trademark thing.
Yep.
And a beautiful glaze over it, get it nice and charcoal. A really, really in-your-face sauce. Everything's spiced to the max. And then it'll be made like a salsa with everything.
Your prep's looking really, really good.
Yep.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I was actually pretty upset myself.
I could see that. I think we could all see it and feel it. And
it was just a backward step for you.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks, Mel.
Oh, it's smelling good already.
Come on, guys.
Go, guys.
Let's go, Kath.
Now, let's just keep everything organised today. For my parfait dessert, I get on to making my Davidson plum sauce, which I combine with some raspberries. Letting that simmer off a little bit. It's going to be bitter, sweet, it's going to have a little bit of umami in it, so a mixture of flavours, which will go beautifully with the chocolate parfait. OK, so you know what? We're actually going to stop this. Then that's cool enough. Let's just pour this in there. Next, I'm getting on to making my parfait, so it needs to be a beautiful, rich chocolate flavour. So it needs to be light and airy as well. OK, sweetie. I've had some hits and misses with my parfait in the past, so today I've got to focus on getting everything perfect. Let's just relax. OK.
Come on, Kath.
Kath,
Hi there.
Hey,
how
Kath.
are
Hi, I'm good.
ya? What's cooking?
I'm going to do a wattle seed shortbread with a chocolate parfait with a Davidson plum sauce. And I'm going to use the liquid nitrogen for the Dippin' Dots.
A lot of big flavours to balance here,
Yeah.
especially
yeah.
with Davidson
Yeah.
plum and even
Yes.
chocolate. What percentage chocolate do you use?
We'll actually just use 54.
Doesn't look very dark.
No. Words of advice.
Yes, buddy.
Keep looking at that clock,
Yeah, yeah.
and
yeah,
if you
yeah,
have to pivot,
Yeah, sure.
make a quick decision.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Come on, Kath.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You're up.
Thank you.
I'm worried about the chocolate parfait.
In my haste in the pantry, I've just grabbed 54% chocolate, not the darker chocolate.
I'm just a bit worried. You know what I'm saying? Chocolate's
Yeah.
It looks quite light.
Oh my God, it's too sweet. It's not right. Right, let's just chill out, okay? Let's just chill out.
All we want to see is you at your very best. 45 minutes to go.
You can do this. Do I have enough time to make another parfait? I still have to finish off my Davidson plum sauce, make my shortbread, make my Dippin' Dots. But if I serve this parfait and it's not the right flavour, it's really going to be what sends me home.
Hey, Kath.
Yeah,
Just checking in on you.
Thank you. I'm just considering doing another parfait because I've used the 54% chocolate, and I'm just wondering whether that's not bitter enough.
Kath?
Do you
Yeah.
want me to stop?
No, not
I
at
need to
all.
keep
I want
going.
you to keep going. I just want you to take a breath.
Oh,
and
thanks.
Don't,
Oh, I forgot to
don't
breathe.
Don't do things with haste.
No.
Okay?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Give it your best.
Yeah.
Give it your all.
And hang on, I'll just give myself a cuddle.
Good.
This is for my daughters today, Mel. It's for my daughters. Yeah.
You got this.
Thanks, Mel. Right, let's just chill out, okay? Let's just chill out. Come on, Kath, just make it again. It's got to be right. Get some more chocolate and get this parfait done. I'm wanting to use the darker chocolate because that has that bitterness. I don't want it to be too sweet. Don't worry. Good old cat style, having to pivot, but I think it's a wise decision. So I've just got to get it now in the freezer.
Go, Kath.
Kath's now doing a dark chocolate parfait, so, I mean, in all honesty, it is elimination, and today's the day to make it so you don't have doubts with your dish.
Oh man, I'm shaking.
Watching, it's bloody anxious, you know? It's Kath and Brent.
Keep pushing, guys. Come on. Let's go.
And, like, I'm thinking, I'm really worried because one of my mates is going home. Kath's been my roomie from the beginning, you know, and it's been good to have a mate, like an older mate, I guess, through the whole thing. Well, she's all right. She's just having good memories. I think a lot of Kath's inspo is her family, and I think, you know, Kath really enjoys it. I'm just worried with Kath with time.
For my chicken adobo skewer, I'm making a zesty charred salsa. There's Vietnamese mint, coriander, charred corn, and charred cucumber.
Just put it on the hibachi, char it a little bit. It's gonna go in the salsa. There's a big salsa on the bottom, and then fresh herbs, and some chili.
I'm still feeling frazzled after round 1, but cooking on the hibachi, I can smell that smoke, and it reminds me of being with my wife, Sean, and my little man, Alfie. I just want to show him, you're going to fall, you're going to stumble. It's life. It throws curveballs, but, you know, it's just about getting back up, doing the hard work, doing the things you need to do for yourself, and then just dusting those knees off and getting back into it. I still want to be here. I want to make it to finals, so I'm just going to draw on the emotions, get the family in my head. That's my happy place, and you know, this is the food I love to cook. I'm thinking there's only 3 elements. It's the chicken, the salsa, and the sauce.
It's quite a simple dish. I'm worried maybe the simplicity.
You know, obviously at home, it's just sort of all in one pot, easy, you know, over rice. Today, you know, I've got to bring it up a level, sort of think of something else I could do and really elevate this dish. Right. Bang, light bulb on. I know what I got to do. I ran out to the garden to grab some beetle leaf. I really love, you know, once it sort of touches the heat of the hibachi, it goes quite peppery.
Come, Brentles.
And that pepper in that salsa, that sort of taste, you know, would really marry up with the sauce.
Oh, listen. I've got lots and lots happening, and you can see that my bench is becoming a bit of a mess. Oh, Catherine. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm making my second parfait, and my stress is escalating. One crazy chick. I know I have a lot to do. I need to motor.
That looks good, Kath.
Yep.
Get it in the freezer.
Yep.
Nice, Kath. Nice.
It's going to get into the blast chiller now. Come on, Kath. Get it in, get it in, love, get it in. Fingers crossed that this second parfait sets in time. Okay, well done, well done, well done. Biscuits are in the oven. Just have to do the onglet to make my Dippin' Dots.
Go, Brenty.
Right, that's good.
I'm stoked with the sauce in the pressure cooker. I've got to get it out now. I'm going to reduce the sauce in 2 pans. One's going to be my glaze and one's going to be my adobo sauce.
Yeah, well, this is the glaze, so I want this one probably a little bit sweeter.
The glaze will be there to, you know, brush over that chicken as I'm cooking it over the hibachi.
It'll be all about balancing it now.
So now I'm just going to put it on a low simmer and then I'll start cutting up my chicken that I'm going to put on the skewer.
Oh, yeah, I know my way around a bloody bit of meat on a skewer.
You would have had a couple of chicken kebabs in your time, wouldn't you, Brent?
Yeah, mate, you know it.
Couple of late nights out, finished off with a couple of chicken kebabs.
Woke up the next morning, indigestion.
Yeah.
I know exactly when I wake up in the morning, I know what I've done that night.
Elimination day is always a sad day, and I've been in my fair share of eliminations to know the pressure you have down on the floor. Just being up here today, we've got a good camaraderie, the 5 of us, and it's 2 of our mates down there on the floor today.
Good thinking, Brent.
Brent's just sticking with what he loves and what he's good at, and that's working on that hibachi, coming in with a dish that screams Brent. 75 minutes, you want to make sure you balance your flavours. He does have that adobo sauce component. He really wants to hit the nail on the head with that. The cook on the chicken as well is crucial.
20 minutes to go. The glaze is reduced to the right consistency. It's time to get the chicken on and start basting that baby. There's a real pressure point now. So I'm a bit, you know, worried about the cook of the chicken. The sizes of the chicken vary. When it gets into that middle there, it's got sort of all the other chicken pieces sort of covering it.
Focus on that one last thing that is going to make or break this dish.
Yeah.
This is the thing that could send you home.
If I served up raw chicken, I'm going home. If I'd served up chicken that hasn't caramelised and got that depth on it, I'm probably going home. So I've only got 3 elements. I need them all perfect.
No matter what happens, bring us a dish that you're proud of. You got 15 minutes to go.
The last 15 minutes is purely all eyes on this chicken. This is my special little baby. I'm not leaving it side. I don't want it to burn, but I want that caramelised, you know, those little burnt little bits that just hung down. They've collected flavour. It's just constantly sort of turning it.
Keep an eye on your chicken, mate.
Yeah, keep basting that, Brenty.
Yeah, the chicken's going to tell me when it's ready.
It's all on that chicken right now.
Come on, Brent, you got this. Stay in it.
5 minutes to go!
Come on, guys! Come on, guys! Good. Come on.
My timer's gone off on my shortbread.
Yep, done.
They're done. They're cooked. I go to the blast chiller. I check on my parfaits.
Come on, guys.
It's set. So I go, yes! It's done. It's set.
Looking good, Kath.
They look good, Kat.
So I take it out and put it in the freezer, ready to plate it up.
Nice, Kat.
Right, that's done, that's done.
What do you
Let's
still
get
got to
this.
do?
I'm going to do the Dippin' Dots now. I've got to get the liquid nitrogen.
Time has been one of the biggest challenges that I've had in the competition. And here I am, this cook, it's down to the final minutes. And I'm feeling that same dreaded feeling of running out of time.
You all right?
Yep.
Calm, Kath, calm.
Yeah.
Have you got a timer on your shortbread?
Yes.
This is the bit now where if the wheels come off, you're in trouble, right? So just try and keep it together, all right?
Come on, Kath.
I've made my onglet. All I need to do now is use this liquid nitrogen to make these beautiful Dippin' Dots.
Oh, she's doing it.
Doing the Dippin' Dots.
I put the onglet into a squeeze bottle so it makes it easier to drop into the liquid nitrogen.
Come on, guys.
I'm powering through. I just want to show my girls I am not going to give up.
Let's go, sweetie.
Finals week or final dish, and you've only got 3 minutes to go.
The chicken's almost done. Salsa's done. Sauce is just about there. I'm looking at the dish and, you know, I'm thinking that, you know, this is finals week food. There's one more secret weapon that's up my sleeve. Guajillo chili salt. So the salt is just the guajillo seeds roasted, and they sort of start to get a little bit sweet, a little bit fruity, blitzed up with salt. It gives this, like, you know, the little chili spice, but it's sort of fruity chili spice. And yeah, just sprinkling that on the meat is, you know, all it takes sometimes to be that 1% better.
It's seasoned, it's ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to quickly get this up.
I have to plate up my dish.
God help me.
But then I realised I actually made a huge mistake.
Oh my God.
I've actually got my parfait in the fridge, not the freezer. Oh my God. It's just starting to melt. The pressure, it's really gotten to me. I am really cross with myself. This is now, it's dire.
Final touches, 1 minute to go. Come on.
It's just dawning on me now that the parfait was left in the fridge, not the freezer. Everything should have been in the freezer. My Dippin' Dots are on the plate and already they have just melted. They've just gone. They are no longer Dippin' Dots on my plate.
Come on, Kath, you can do this.
Plating up, the adobo sauce is in the jug ready to go. It's punchy, it's spicy, and it's very tangy. The salsa's zesty, it's acidic, but I'm a bit, worried about the cook of the chicken.
There you go.
If the chicken's undercooked, I'd be just devastated. It would be really sad if this was my last cook in the kitchen. I put so much hard work into it.
Come on, guys.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's it.
Come on, Kat. I'm ready.
I'm not too sure how Kath went. You all right, Kath? Did you put everything into it?
Yeah,
Well done.
Yeah.
She's so proud.
I am, mate.
All right?
Yeah,
Well done.
thanks,
I'll clap
buddy.
too.
Thanks. Look, it was a whirlwind, but you know what? That was awesome.
Well done.
It was a great cook. It was just, honestly, that was full of Kath, full of love for my daughters today. So that's it, So that's love on a plate.
Here we go.
Good luck.
I'm pretty stoked with this dish. Channeled the family and the love of the food I love to cook. And my biggest worry is the cook of the chicken, but hopefully it's cooked perfect.
All right, Brent.
G'day.
Take a seat, mate.
What'd you make us, mate?
So you've got chicken adobo, Brent style.
Park round one, which you have,
Yep.
and now you're here. Are you happy with the plate of food?
Yeah, I'm happy with the plate of food. The brief was bring something that you love to cook and you're staring at it.
How is it? Because, I think that you were known for your big flavours, but you've really kind of developed that into a style of late.
I think the fascination for the hibachi has come from travelling around Australia 2 or 3 times a week. The fire's going and I was just cooking over the fire because it's there and you've got a few hours to kill. It's just me, it's just simple and I like it looking simple but just like the flavours just outdo the simplicity.
Crazy that your competition has come down to some chicken on a skewer.
Yeah.
Let's hope this doesn't send you home.
Yeah.
So I reckon sauce it up.
Yeah.
We'll get stuck in.
Yeah, give it a nice squeeze of lime.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy.
Thanks,
Thank
mate.
you.
If I may say, this looks pretty stunning.
Sure does, and it smells amazing, huh?
Yeah. I think maybe round one needed to happen, like for him to go, that ain't me.
Yeah.
And for him to just go, the food that I cook, that I love to cook, is good enough. It is great.
Well, well, well. He's not in the room in front of us, but very, 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 very good dish. Like, my mouth is still salivating. As far as the cooking goes, brilliant cooking on the chicken. It's perfectly cooked. Just the right amount. It's a crusty, lacquered garnish in there. Smoke off the hibachi. And he stood there. Did you see him? Did you see him cooking it? Didn't leave it side. Every 1 minute, 90 seconds, he was basting, turning, baste, turn, baste, turn. And that's resulted in an absolutely perfect little skewer chicken.
Well, I have to say that was lip-smackingly, smile-inducingly joyful 3D food. You know, it really just leapt off the plate in terms of the flavours going on here. There's layers of that beautiful, toothsome, smoky, juicy chicken, then all of the zingy, vibrant elements of the salad and the sauce. The sauce just brings everything together.
It's a salad that's come from a guy who's at the top of his game, because charring of the cucumbers and the corn and the fresh herbs and the spice, and then the dressing is just so well balanced and zingy and fiery. And he knows the food now that he should be cooking in this competition. And yes, it's simple, but it's just done differently. It's done his way, and that's why it's so good.
Good luck, Kath.
This dish is not what I envisaged that it would be, but I've got something on the plate and I love the flavours.
Hi, Kath.
Hey, Kath.
Hey, how's it going?
Is there a tiny little bit of hope that my ugly, delicious flavours work?
All right. Have you remembered to breathe?
Yeah.
Good.
You know, coming in today, I just wanted to celebrate where I've come from. So I've done that and I was really happy with my cook, but I'm quite disappointed how it's now presented. So I'm just have to just breathe and accept that. I really wanted this to be, you know, a beautiful biscuit with a dome, surrounded by the Dippin' Dots with some flowers. So I had a vision. It's really not looking like that, but... and look, I did change my parfait to a darker chocolate, so I am happy I've done that, yeah.
Well, I think it's time for you to finish dressing your plate and we'll taste.
Right, so how do we do this now?
Just amazing.
Oh, there you go.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Okay. It's fair to say that this is not what Kath had envisaged serving us.
It can't be.
Nah.
I think she'd put it in the fridge afterwards.
She only put it in the fridge.
She put it in the fridge, not the freezer. Yes, I think it was that.
Yeah.
The flavour profile of that sort of raspberry Davidson plum chocolate and then the anglaise, you know, from the Dippin' Dots, it's a classic flavour profile. It's familiar, it's comforting. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that particular part of it, but you look at the execution of what's happened and your heart kind of has to break for her.
Flavour's not bad. Like, it's kind of like chocolate moussey flavoured. The Davidson plum sauce is more raspberry kind of than Davidson plum. It's nice enough in itself, it's very sharp. I'm gutted for Kath because I know she was trying so hard today and she was so positive.
I think the biggest thing that Kath might regret is not cooking something that she's so familiar with as a whole dish. And it does, I'm upset for Kath because you never want to see someone who's been such a great character, who's cooked so many good dishes in this competition, who's on the doorstep of finals week, kind of go out like this. So it's unfortunate.
Brent, Kath, take a big old deep breath. You each came here with a dream to be realised. And we know that neither of you are ready to let it go just yet. But this is still a competition, and a decision had to be made.
Brent, your dish was simple. It only had 3 elements. But it was smoky, succulent chicken. It had a supercharged salad and a sauce that brought it all together. Honestly, mate, we couldn't fault it. Kath, your dish wasn't everything that you wanted it to be today.
No.
And we're sorry to tell you that there was some serious flaws in it as well. In addition to that, you came up against a guy who is at the top of his game right now.
Yeah.
So in the end,
Yeah.
the decision for us was clear.
Easy.
I'm sorry, Kath.
Yeah.
You're going home.
Yeah.
Give her a
What
round.
Kath,
Oh, man.
honestly, you are the reason why this very competition exists.
Yeah.
This is a place for people like you and like me to take what we thought were only dreams
Yeah.
and try and make them a reality. You pour your heart into every dish, and we can taste that. We loved some of your dishes. Those lemon curd mascarpone shoe buns, remember those?
Yeah, I do.
That squid ceviche you made, they will live on with us.
Yeah.
You embody the very spirit of this kitchen. And that's why we love Masterchef. That's why we love you.
Thank you.
I hope you know, just because you're leaving today, doesn't mean your food journey's over. You will always be a member of this beautiful Masterchef family, Kath. How would you describe your time in the kitchen?
Oh, look. It's just been an absolute joy. Thank you so much. I'm just so proud of myself.
Top 5 in Masterchef? Not many people can say that.
I'm a legend.
You're a legend. Rhiannon, you've been pretty close to Kath over your time. What do you got to say about her?
We're like the original roomies. We've been roomies the whole way, and we've had a bloody blast. Like, it has been so good.
Kath, I think you can tell from everyone here, we've loved having you in the kitchen, but it's time to say goodbye. Come and give us a hug.
Thank you.
Should be so proud of what you've done.
Thanks for being so kind. Thank you.
Well done.
I am so proud of where I've come in the competition.
Oh, you're a legend. Thank you so much.
Top 5, goodness me, it has been joyful.
Oh, darling girl. Love you here forever. Yeah. Okay.
I am so proud of myself for taking that leap and doing this. I'm an advocate for women over 50. Julie Goodwin inspired me, really. And honestly, it's going to be exciting if I've inspired someone else.
This week on Masterchef Australia.
We're so close to the end now.
I want this more than anything.
Just 4 remain.
It's been a long journey, and now I'm here. I'm hungry for it.
Oh my God.
Hello guys, how are you?
Peter Gilmore!
To make it through this week,
You're not getting the recipe, so you got to remember it.
they'll have to impress the best of the best.
You will need to keep up with Curtis.
Let's go.
Who will make it to the grand finale?